Chapter 5 The Final Battle. 5-1 Village Raid. Shigenobu Takashi sensed that Shota and his men were closing in on him, and ordered a raid on Akazuki village to make the first move. Before dawn, the Takashi family soldiers stormed into the village and began burning it to the ground. Defending the village, Shota and his friends, sensing the Takashi family's movement, rushed back to the village. The village was engulfed in flames and the villagers were fleeing. Shota and his friends fought desperately to protect the villagers. Everyone, hurry up and run. Ryoma Katagira fought against the soldiers, calling out loudly to the villagers. Michiko Murakami and Ginji Takagi also used their specialties to defeat the enemy. Shota searched for his mother, Chiyo, and sister Chizuru and was able to evacuate them safely. He said, "Mom, Chizuru, stay away from here. I'll be back." After evacuating them to safety, Shota returned to the battlefield and fought alongside his comrades. They did their best to protect the village, and finally defeated the Takasi family soldiers. 5-2 Confrontation with Soichi Kazama. After defending the village, Shota and his men headed straight for the castle of Shigenobu Takashi. Inside the castle, the elite forces of the Takashi family were waiting for them, and Shota and his men were plunged into a fierce battle. The corridors of the castle. Shota and his friends ran through the corridors of the castle, and finally came face to face with Soichi Kazama, the avenger of his father. Kazama smiled ruthlessly and challenged Shota. "You have come this far, son of Akazuki, but you will suffer the same fate as your father." Shota faced Kazama with anger in his heart. Their swords crossed fiercely and a fierce battle ensued. Kazama recognized Shota's skill, but attacked without mercy. "Your father was a fine man, but in the end he bowed down before me. So will you." But Shota stood up to Kazama with all his might in order to avenge his father's death. He remembered the techniques taught to him by Tsuyoshi Takeuchi, and the support he received from his friends, and continued to fight. Finally, he succeeded in defeating Soichi Kazama. "Dad, I think I'm a little closer now." After defeating Kazama Souichi, Shota learned the truth about his father's death and renewed his resolve. 5-3 Final Battle with Shigenobu Takashi. After defeating Soichi Kazama, Shota and his friends proceeded deeper into the castle, and finally came face to face with Shigenobu Takaji. Shigenobu Takaji looked down at Shota with a ruthless smile. "Little Akazuki, I did not expect you to come this far. But you are finished here." Takaji Shigenobu drew his own sword and challenged Shota. With the teachings of his father and master in mind, Shota confronted Shigenobu Takaji with all his might. Shigenobu Takaji was a scheming man, and fought with clever traps. But Shota calmly saw through them and fought back. The battle with Shigenobu Takaji was fierce. Shota, with the support of his friends, faced Shigenobu Takaji. Shigenobu Takaji's techniques and wiles were powerful, but Shota's determination and the bond between his friends pulled him to victory. "This is for my father, my family, and my future." With his last ounce of strength, Shota delivered the decisive blow to Shigenobu Takaji. Takaji Shigenobu collapsed, and silence fell over the castle. "This is the end, father." Shota felt confident of his victory and realized that he had fulfilled his father's dying wish. 5-4 Victory and Reunion. With the death of Shigenobu Takaji, the rule of the Takaji family ended and peace returned to Akazuki village. Shota was reunited with his mother and sister, and family ties were restored. "Mom, Chizuru, I'm back." Chiyo and Chizuru tearfully welcomed Shota and shared the joy of their reunion. "Shota, thank you. Thank you so much." Shota nodded deeply at his mother's words, reaffirming the importance of family. 5-5 Reconstruction of the village. As the village regained peace and rebuilding progressed, Shota and his friends worked together with the villagers to build a new future. It took time to rebuild the village, but everyone worked together to restore it. "Everyone, from now on, let us build an era of peace." Shota's words encouraged the villagers to look to the future with renewed hope. 5-6 A new leader. Shota decided to take on new apprentices at Tsuyoshi Takeuchi's dojo and pass on the spirit of Kenjutsu and Bushido. As he spread his teachings at the dojo, he placed his hope in the next generation. "From now on, you are the ones who will shape the future." The story concluded with Shota's growth and hope for the future. Chapter 6 Rebuilding Peace, 6-1 Victory and Reunion. With the death of Shigenobu Takaji, the rule of the Takaji family ended and peace returned to Akazuki village. Shota and his friends returned to the village, and received thanks and praise from the villagers. Shota said, "Thank you, Shota. Thank you so much." His mother Chiyo tearfully hugged Shota and his younger sister. Chizuru also shared the joy of their reunion with tears in her eyes. "Welcome back, big brother." Shota felt the warmth of his family, and the fatigue of the battle was quickly healed. "I'm home, Mom," Chizuru. Now there really is peace. The villagers also expressed their gratitude to Shota and his family, and praised their courage and determination. 6-2 Reconstruction of the village. The village of Akazuki had been damaged by the fire, but the villagers worked together to rebuild the village. Shota and his friends actively participated in the reconstruction work and contributed to the village's revival. Reconstruction. Shota and his friends cleared away the rubble, and helped restore the houses. The villagers worked as one, and the village was beginning to come alive again. "From now on, we will work together to build a new village." Shota's call brought the villagers even closer together. A new life began in the village, and peace and hope spread. 6-3 A new leader. Shota took over Tsuyoshi Takeuchi's dojo and welcomed new apprentices. He focused on passing on not only swordsmanship, but also the spirit of Bushido. And he placed his hope in the next generation. Teaching at the dojo. Reflecting on his days at the dojo, Shota passionately taught his students. Ryoma Katagira, Michiko Murakami, and Ginji Takagi also used their own experiences to teach the new students. Bushido is more than just swinging a sword. It is about strength of mind and having the oath to protect others. The disciples listened to Shota's words with serious expressions and took his teachings to heart. 6-4 Farewell to fellow students. As activities at the dojo began to take off, the friends decided to go their separate ways. Ryoma Katagira. Shota, "I'll be looking for a new path too. As long as you will guard the dojo in a respectable manner. I will help those who need help elsewhere." Michiko Murakami. "I too have avenged my family. From now on, I intend to embark on a new journey to live my life." Ginji Takagi. "Brother, I will return to my hometown and live to protect my family. Thank you for everything." Shota respected his friend's decision and saw them off on their new journeys. "Thank you, everyone," he said. "Thanks to you, I have made it this far. I wish you all the best in your respective places." Shota shook hands with his friends and wished them luck for the future. 6-5 A new future. With the village once again at peace, Shota continued his days at the dojo. He taught his apprentices swordsmanship, while he himself continued his training to further his own development. New disciples came to the dojo one after another, and took over Shota's teachings. He was committed to passing on not only his swordsmanship skills, but also the strength of his heart and the spirit of Bushido. He told them, "From now on, you are the ones who will shape the future. Be strong, be kind, and remember to do what is right." The disciples were impressed by Shota's teachings, and each of them worked hard in their training with a strong determination. A new era in Akazuki village. Peace and prosperity had returned to the village, and the villagers were enjoying their new lives. At the Autumn Harvest Festival, the entire village was united in sharing joy and hope for the future. Final meditation. In the silence of the night, Shota meditated in a corner of the dojo, remembering the teachings of his father and master. He maintained his peace of mind and renewed his commitment to the future. He said, "Father, Master, I will continue to protect everyone and build peace. This is my mission." Shota's meditation gave his mind new strength. Epilogue. A few years later, Shota became known as the master teacher of the dojo, and was admired by many of his students. The village of Akazuki became more and more prosperous, and continued to grow with peace. Future pledge. Shota continued to teach at the dojo, with the determination to build a new future with his family and friends. His teachings were passed on to the next generation, and the spirit of Bushido continued to shine through forever. Thus ends the story of Shota Akazuki's adventures and growth. His courage and determination gave hope and pride to the people of his village, and he passed them on to the next generation.